Hello guys, welcome to another driving test video. So this is going to be Rotherham test route episode number 4. So today's date is Saturday the 1st of April 2023. So yeah, I was supposed to do this yesterday when I did episode number 3, but the rain didn't let me, and we seem to be having the same problem today. So let's hope the rain doesn't disrupt my plans for today. Should be doing about 3 routes today, but depends if the rain allows that. So yep, now don't forget, this is supposed to be a support along with your driving lessons. So if there are things that you have questions about in these videos, this route or other route, leave a comment in the box, and if I can't help, then don't forget, show the video to your instructor and they might be able to help you with their local knowledge of the area. So yep, let us get on the road and then we can move up and see what we can survey on this route. Okay, so right here on the left is the driving test center. Just here's the entrance in case you don't know. But yeah, okay, scoot over there. Now remember, this road is 40, so once you get on the road, make progress accordingly. All right, roundabout, we are turning right, third exit. So you're gonna have drivers like this sometimes. Unfortunately, some people think that they are above the law, but you know, we're not the police. So this driver is driving below the speed limit, so doing about 35 or so. But that's what the right lane is for. So I overtake. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you come back to the left lane once it's safe to do so. So we've got a roundabout ahead and we are going to be turning right. So here is 30 zone. Make sure by the time you get here, you're about 30 or less. Okay, we are good. So I stopped there because I could see that driver looking around, checking his mirrors as he's approaching us. So just want to make sure, just in case he's not paying enough attention towards me and the space we've got to share. That's why I decided to hold up there. And once he's sorted out and the space was good again, then I continued. So yeah, actually I said roundabout earlier on. Yeah, it's not a roundabout, it's a traffic light. That used to be a roundabout, but they have changed the road layout and installed traffic lights there. So the sat nav hasn't been updated yet, so that's why it's showing a roundabout. So I believe that the examiners would correct you if that was a test. They would tell you, I mean, if you're doing independence driving, then they would correct you if the sat nav says roundabout. So yeah, we're turning right. Here's the traffic light, and we are going to be turning right. There you go. do, 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 do. The route after this one, episode number 5, I looked at it the other day and I cannot believe that that's actually a test route, because it is 16 miles long, and that so far would be the longest test route I've ever seen. I don't even think that should be fair for a learner driver, because I drove through it just briefly while it was raining because I couldn't record. So rather than sitting and waiting for the rain to stop, I decided to use that time. And it is long. It's a twist. Go through this road, probably come back around again. But anyways, just look out for that route and you see what I mean. It's long. And you go through all sorts of roads. These roads, College Road roundabout, back towards the test center, towards Park Gate. It's just, but anyways, we'll get to it. So here is 13 coming up. Now right there we had traffic anyway, so we couldn't really make much progress through that national speed zone. There's nothing to worry about. That's not our problem. That was traffic. So yeah, just remember, you drive according to the traffic condition. So here the road is going to be closed from the 3rd of April to the 6th of April. So I believe during those periods they are not going to be using this route. So yes, because they can't get through from here to right ahead over there where the second board is. So maybe they're going to do some road resurfacing or so. So yeah, you got the other sign there. So for that period the road is going to be closed. So which means 3rd of April to the 6th of April, no test route coming through that point, or at least this direction, as you can see. So we've got 40 here. Now that's just me being, you know, nice and considerate, just to help ease off the traffic on the other side, letting 1 or 2 cars go through. In that case, 1 here, 1 there, you know, it's just helping the flow of traffic on the road. But don't forget, you don't have to do that on your test, unless if you need to, if it's necessary. Okay, we're turning right ahead, and you've got to be careful of this junction. Now you're taking the first road, not the second one. This is tricky. So right here, don't go to the other side. And then you've got another giveaway sign here. So yeah, keep this in mind. This is a tricky one. Don't forget it. So note that point. So it's a Saturday, so the roads are quite empty, which is good. At least I don't sit in traffic, and so watch out that guy. There we go. So I'm turning left in 250 yards. I'll be just right where the sign is, the 30 sign. So I'm turning right here now. If you're doing good observation, you should already notice this car's parked opposite here, so you might want to steer earlier and avoid it. There's no point going too close to them. There's no oncoming vehicle from your right, so use that space and avoid getting too close to those parked cars there. So here is a roundabout within a residential area. It's weird, but yeah, you get them some places. And then we're taking the next road on the left. So look at the doors open. The lady's there. She probably doesn't know I'm coming, so I'll be careful. Now she's seen me. There you go. So right there, I've got to remember, I mean, my vehicle is an electric car, so people wouldn't normally notice you're coming until you're quite close to them. So remember, if someone is walking away from you, remember that they might not actually know that you were behind them. So right now I was a bit slow there because of this bend. I'm just being careful because sometimes the local drivers comes quite very fast through bends like this. So if you have to sit and lean forward so that you can see better through the bend, then do that. Look from your windows, look from, lean forward so you can see through your A pillar, because sometimes or many times through bends, even on a straight road approaching junctions, your A pillar can be an obstruction. Okay. Make sure, okay, good, all cameras are still recording. So I'm using 4 cameras today. 2 on the roof. Oh, I took the wrong turn. Alright, I'll find a place to turn around because I don't want to divert away. Good. So I could have just gone back and steer away and continue straight there, but that would not be a safe decision. And on your tests, you shouldn't do that either. So just take the wrong turn like I've done, and an examiner would find a way to tell you what to do next. Don't do last minute maneuvering, because that wouldn't be, in most cases, safe. Okay, off we go. So I can't remember what I was saying, but yeah. So there you go. Keep an eye. Slow down on these roads. Look out, it's residential, cars parked both sides. So even if you can fit, it doesn't mean you should be running through it, because it's a narrow space. So keep that in mind. Anyone could be sitting in any of the cars and just pop the door open without checking properly. So those are potential situations you should be thinking of, you should have in mind. Stay in the middle of the space. Don't be too close to the left or to the right, because you're the only one in that space. No other vehicle is going to fit through with you, and they'll be waiting out anyways. So yeah, unless if you've got cyclists, then you slow down even more to deal with it. So here is just a bend. On the sat nav, it's going to look like a junction, but if you think it's a junction and you signal to the left by mistake, then again, it's not a problem. So signaling left on a bend like that wouldn't be confusing or misleading anyone in that case. Okay, oncoming has priority, so don't forget. Now, some people would have said, I could have made it through that, but why rush through the junction? Because that young lady there could have been even closer to the junction crossing, and if you rush through it and you didn't get enough time to notice or observe that pedestrian, then that becomes a problem. Just remember, is it worth the risk if you're rushing through your test? Don't forget, rushing is not the same as making progress. So, right, so we're turning right here. When you're passing parked vehicles or obstacles on your left, don't forget, or your right either, always try and check your mirrors earlier on, and then you can do it again just before you steer away. But leaving it to last minute and then checking just before you steer is not always safe. It's not the safest thing to be doing, because if you're leaving it too late and then just before you steer and then you see something, you are going to end up braking harshly, because the idea is that you're hoping that there was nothing, so you're probably still going at a speed to get through it, so you're not preparing to stop. So if you then check that mirror and you see something, then you won't have enough time to react safely. So here is national speed zone, so don't forget it is 60. Now I look at that is ridiculous. So that was bad driving from that driver, but you have to do something about it. Reduce your speed, be safe, save that situation there. Don't go continue on the same speed and thinking, oh yeah, that wasn't my fault. Right? It's not your fault, but you've got to do something about it for the safety of everyone else. So yep. Now I had a learner once recently who came in for an assessment, and she had failed a test because she was driving in a dual carriageway. She was driving on a national speed zone, doing close to 60. So she wasn't actually over speeding, but she was doing 60 because she thought the speed limit was 70. So she was trying not to be too far below 60. So my point is, because she didn't understand that on a single lane national speed zone, then the speed limit would be 60, not 70. So which is why she was doing the top of 50, and unfortunately she failed. Not over speeding, but the speed was not safe for that situation. It was a single lane narrow road, and so we're back again on the national speed zone. So the road is wide, the day is clear. There's no reason why I can't get to 50. I mean, I can do the top of 55-ish, but if a learner is doing at least 50, I'm happy with that. So we've got 30 ahead. Now, in case you're coming here, sometimes there could be traffic and you wouldn't see that left sign on the left lane there that's saying left only. So this is the problem I have with the signs in the UK. You should have signboards with lane guidance on them, because then if you're here in traffic, I've been here before and that's the case. The first time I came here, there was traffic and I didn't know that left lane was going straight only, so you'd normally position to the left because your normal driving lane is on the left. So if that happens to you and examiner didn't say anything, if you notice it last minute, just turn left. But most of the time, I mean, with what I would expect, the driving test and examiners are there to help you be safe on the road by giving you correct instructions and helping you where necessary. Like if I see these floors are covered, I mean, I'm not expecting everyone to be local, so it would only be safe to let the driver know ahead that, hey, that left lane is for left only, because I'm sure you can't see it because of the traffic. So yeah, but if you're not told then, or you just didn't pay attention to yourself, then remember, just turn left if you ended up in the left lane. This could happen anywhere else. I've seen it so many places. I've seen it in London, in Sheffield, in Kent, everywhere. So floor markings, pay attention to them. Alright, so we're turning right at this light. Now be careful at this junction, because you might have drivers coming out from the right. Someone wants me. Okay, we're going to be turning left ahead to where the white van is coming out from, so we'll signal left. And you've got a national speed zone here, so this is one of those ones. Again, as usual, it is 60 miles an hour, but truly and honestly you probably won't even be able to get to 40 because the road is narrow and bendy. So if you observe my speed, you see what I'm doing at the moment, especially coming into this bend. And even for a learner, you might not even be able to do the speed that I do safely. But once the road is straight ahead and you can see better, then remember, make progress accordingly. So remember, roads like this is not just solely about your speed. Think about the safety first. And remember, today is dry. If it's raining, it gets even worse. If it's winter, it's snowing, it gets even worse. A lot more worse. So, and you see those ice signs there. You can have black ice on the road. So if you're driving through this road during winter, and keep that in mind. So yeah, as you can see, like I mentioned, I haven't even gotten to 40 yet, I believe, since I came into this part of the road. So we are turning left at the end of the road. Okay, blue car, nothing after the blue car. Now be careful of these cars coming from your left. Don't go too wide. Be aware of your steering. This is where you want to practice good steering control. Steer precisely at the right time, so that you don't go wide and then it becomes hazard to those approaching from your left. Okay, so we're back at this traffic light again. That's where we came from earlier on. So we literally just went round. Go back here, so we're going left. Good, 4 cameras still recording. So we really have 1 mile to go on this test route, and that'll be the end of it. So as you can see, it's not too bad. If you stay calm, you'll be fine. So right now I've been driving for 27 or so minutes. Okay, it's giving me away. Thank you. So yeah, she's giving me away. Okay, enough space, but we'll just approach it slowly. Okay, she's waiting. Continue. Thank you, guys. Some areas people are quite, nice towards learning drivers, but in some other areas, no one gives a cup of tea about you. So don't drive with the expectation that, yeah, they're gonna wait for me because I'm a learner. No. Coming into meeting traffic or meeting situation, start reducing speed so that you got time to assess the situation and plan. Okay, hold up. Remember, someone is cutting in front of us, so we're gonna create more gap in between. Okay, roundabout is clear. I'll continue. And then we're turning right into the test center. So guys, this is the end of it. It is as short as that. So of course you're pulling up on the left every now and then. You might be pulling up on the right for your maneuver. You might be doing parking, and that is really where you get your extra few minutes. But other than that, the route is the route. It is done at this point. So remember, if you find this video useful, then click the subscribe button, like the video. If you find it useful, it would really help me as well, and yeah, and look out for the other one. Don't forget, you can actually learn a lot from other test center videos as well, or if you're considering other test centers, maybe you're not used to, sorry, you can't find a date for Rotherham, then I've got videos for Handsworth and Middlewood. I believe those are your other options in this area that are closer. So yeah, you've got Handsworth. Handsworth is pretty close, and you've got Middlewood if you like to drive in town. So that's the end of this episode, and I'm gonna go straight in for episode number 5 now. So if you're watching this right now and you're finishing, I'm gonna try and post them together so you can remain there with your popcorn and click the next video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.